Hey there, mama friend, and welcome to the 5-Minute Mom podcast, where we'll talk about real life, real faith, real fast. For today's show notes or to get free Monday Mom devotionals, visit audrahaney.com. Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. We are in week 4 of your questions, and so these have been amazing questions. I've loved answering them. I really love this next question because I love the heart behind it. And the question is, I don't feel called to foster, but how can I support my friends who are fostering? I love this because not everyone is called to foster. Probably more people are not called to foster than are called to foster. But everyone can do something to support these families and these children in the foster care system. And I'd say that there is a place for any type of support. There is so many creative ways that you can support. I mentioned a few things on last week's episode that helped me as far as community, but you can be a part of logistically supporting a family. So offer to take their other children if there's meetings or court dates or trainings. That's a huge, huge help. Especially during the first month, it is a whirlwind of appointments and emotions. So meal drop-offs are so helpful, and no matter the age of the child, it's going to be a huge adjustment for the whole family. So just one less thing to think about. Bringing a meal is huge. And also, foster families are given a small clothing allowance when they first get a placement, but just offering to bring diapers or clothes in the child's size, or socks or toothbrushes, anything you can creatively think of that a child might need when they're first in the home. It's just huge, and it means so much. And we've also had churches send restaurant gift cards and goodies for like a family movie night, which even just the small thoughtful effort of it was so meaningful for our family and encouraging. It just let us know we are seen. And if you're a small business owner, one of the greatest things I can recommend is just linking arms with, in our state, it's called Tennessee Kids Belong. And these businesses, no matter what the business is, you can't even imagine, there's like car repair shops and massages and restaurants and all kinds of business. No matter what business you're in, these business owners offer discounts and freebies for foster families. And think about just a family moving from 2 children to 3 children overnight, or 4 children to 5 children. Like, every little bit helps, especially eating out and things like that. Free ice cream, volunteer video, photography work for these foster care agencies. You can be really creative with this. We had friends mail us a baby blanket, and they had made it and they'd prayed over it, and our son sleeps with that. That was so special. I would just say even the smallest things, it lets you know that people are in your corner. Even our women's small group at church just offered to pray over our new foster son. We had him in a little car seat in the middle of our prayer group, and that to me is just such a spiritual marker for me when I look back on that. I would say too, something else that was just a huge help for me was just when people asked and they were willing to be a listening ear for me in the thick of it. Days and weeks and sometimes years go by, but the weight of the foster care journey is still there, and it's really easy to either stuff that down or feel like maybe no one cares anymore. And so I was so appreciative of the friends who did consistently check in and pray, even a year later, year and a half later. So add a family to your prayer list and really pray for them and send them reminders that you're praying. It's just a huge help to know that people are still in your corner. So I hope that's helpful. I would just say whatever talent, whatever gift, whatever your spiritual gifts are, you have something to bring to foster care and adoptive families. And I know from personal experience that every little bit adds up to help and support and strengthen these families. So that kind of wraps up our foster care questions, at least on the podcast format. But if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about online, I would be happy to do that in my DMs. It'd be a joy to pray for you and support you. And if you've been listening and this has helped you make a decision to enter foster care, please let me know. It'd mean the world to me to know how God's used this. It will also let me know how I can pray for you and support you. All right, friends, I will be back with you soon. I hope you have a wonderful week. So that's the end of our 5 minutes. Please tune in again soon. If you want to learn more about me or sign up for the podcast newsletter or get a free devotional, visit audrahaney.com. And if you enjoyed this, would you please leave a quick review? Reviews are so important for podcasters, and it helps more moms find us, and it would be a great blessing.